Yeah, good day everyone. Welcome to math class. Math time is always fun time. Okay. Today we are looking at simple interest. Simple interest. Before we go further, please a quick reminder. Remember to always press the subscribe button whenever you get our video. Press the like button also and the notification button. And for those that have been doing that, thank you very much. Okay. So simple interest. Simple interest is okay. Some of us have the knowledge of you borrowing money, and when you are paying back, you pay back not actually the money you borrow, but with a little increase. That little increase on that money is called interest. Let's take for example now, somebody borrowed 5,000 naira from you. Then after some months or some years, the person is to pay the money back, and the person is paying you back 5,500 naira. That 500 naira on that 5,000 naira is called the interest, okay? And that 5,000 naira is called the capital. The duration it takes before the person bring that money back is called the years, or in some cases months. Then the is called, that is time, which is measured in years or in months. Then the rate at which you measured the rate at which you measured the money is called rates. Okay. Now, simple interest is particular. The formula for simple interest is SI, that is simple, and interest is principal times rate times time over 100. That is the formula. Now, your P is principal, which is measured in naira, dollar, cedis, yen, yuan, depending on the currency you have been given. Then your R is rates, okay, which is measured in percentage. And your T is time, which is measured in years mainly, but sometimes it can be measured in months also, okay. Your percentage also sometimes can be measured in naira, kobo, okay, dollar, cents also. So your principal is measured in naira, okay, and it can also be measured in naira and kobo, okay. Then the last thing we are talking about here is your SI, which is a simple interest. Your simple interest is measured also in terms of money. It can be naira, it can be dollar, it can be cedis, it can be yuan, it can be rands, depending on the currency you are using. So these are the major terminologies we'll be looking at. But this particular video will be concerned with simple interest. Okay, we're going to break the works down. Each video is going to take each of these works one by one. I don't want to rush everything. So we are starting with simple interest. So let's take examples now. Example 1. Okay. Okay, we have a question here. 5,000 naira was borrowed for a duration of 2 years at the rate of 5%. Calculate the simple interest. Okay, in doing this now, the first thing is your formula, and your formula, simple interest equals principal times rate times time over 100. So our principal here is 5,000 naira. Okay, the rate, that's the duration. The rate is 5%. Okay, then time is 2 years. So let's calculate now. Simple interest equals the principal is 5,000 naira. Okay, times the rate is 5% times 2 years over 100. Now 0 will eliminate 0, 0 eliminate 0. Okay, so we have to multiply this now. 2 times 5 will give us 10. 10 times 50, that is 500. So our simple interest equals 500 naira. Okay, now let's take another example. Yeah, 2 now. Okay, question 2 says find the simple interest on 30,000 naira for 3% per annum. I told you on this video I'm going to tell you or teach you rather everything that has to do with simple interest. Every likelihood question you are going to come across concerning simple interest. So why I'm bringing this out is for you to take note of this word per annum. Okay, per annum. Per annum simply means 1 year, because you will look at the question and say, sir, there is principal, there is rate, there is no time, because there's no figure showing time. Yes, this is showing time. Annum simply means 1 year. So let's solve this now. I told you the first thing you should always do is to write your formula, principal times rate times time over 100. Okay, then your principal P equals 30,000. Okay, your rate equals 3%, and time, I told you your time is 1 year. Okay, so let's solve now. Our principal is 30,000 times the rate is 3% times 1 over 100. So 0 will eliminate 0, 0 will eliminate 0. We are left with 300, 3, and 1. 1 times 3 will give us 3. 3 times 300, our simple interest equals 900 naira. Okay. Example 3 now. A trader borrowed. Okay, let's make these dollars now for those that are watching outside Nigeria. $5,000 from a bank. Okay, at the rate of 4% in 2.5 years. What is simple interest? Okay, the question says a trader borrowed $5,000 from a bank at the rate of 4% in 2.5 years. What is simple interest? Okay, so The first thing we apply here is your formula. Simple interest equals principal times rate times time over 100. Okay, so our principal here is $15,000. Okay, our rate here is 4%, and the time is 2.5 years. So our principal, I told you, is 15,000 times our rate is 4 years, then times. Now, this is what I want to call your attention to here. Your 2.5, okay, you have to change this to improper fraction. Okay, that will be 2 times 2, 4 plus 1, 5. So that will be 5 over your 2 will remain down here and your 100 here. That is, this now we change it to 5 over 2. Okay, so your 5 over 2 will be written like this. Or if you don't want to do it like that, you can change it to decimal. Okay, if you change this to decimal, this is 2. Your 1 over 2 is 0.5. How do we get 0.5? This is 1, this is 2. 2 here impossible. You add 0. You put 0 here and put point. 2 here will give us 5. 5 times 2 is 10. For those ones that are asked, that we want to ask, now how did we get 0.5? Then add this to 2. It will give you 2.5. Okay. So if you don't want to write it like this, you can write it like this: 15,000 times 4 times 2.5. Okay, over 100 is to still give us the same answer, so we can solve it. Okay, don't worry, let's take it one after the other. Let's solve this first, then we'll come back to the decimal. So 0 will eliminate 0 here, 0 will eliminate 0, 2 here will give us 1, 2 here will give us 2. Then we'll multiply. 2 times 5 will give us 10, and 10 times 150 will give us 1,500. So our simple interest here, remember we are working in dollars, $1,500. That is the interest on that money. So let's work it in decimal now. That is 15 or $15,000 times 4 times 2.5. Okay, over 100. Yeah, 0 will eliminate 0, 0 will eliminate 0. Now we multiply. 2.5 times 4 will give 2.5 times 4 will give us 10. Then 10 times 15, our simple interest, okay, equals 15. That's 1,500. Remember, we are working in dollars. $1,500. So you can do it any of the way that is more convenient for you. Example 4 now. So example 4 now. Okay, we have a question here which says, the question says calculate the simple interest on 3,500 naira for 4 months at the rate of 2.5%. Okay, solution. Our formula: simple interest equals principal times rate times time over 100. Okay. Then let's work it out now. Our principal is 3,500. The rate is 2.5%, and the time is 4 months. Okay. The first thing you have to do is to change this month to year. 12 months makes 1 year. So that is 4 over 12 for this. And this one also, you change it to improper fraction. 2 times 2 will give us 4 plus 1. That is 5 over 2. So these are the two things you have to do first before we continue. So let's apply this now. We have 3,500 times 5 times 4 over 100 times, you bring your 2 down, times you bring your 12 down. Okay, so this is how to calculate this. And if you want your works to be in decimal also, you can change this to decimal. And after changing it to decimal, they will only remain up here. Then your 100 will be down. So let's work on this now. 0, we eliminate 0. 0, we eliminate 0. Very good. 4 here will give us 1. 4 here will give us 3. Okay. Can any other thing divide? No. So we multiply through. This times this. 5 times 5 will give us 25. Carry 2. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 plus 2, 17 over. This will give us 6. Then we'll divide this. 6 in 17 will give us 6 in 17 will give us 2. That is 12. Remaining 5. 6 in 55. That is 8. And that 8 is 40. No, 6 in 55. That is 9. Sorry. 9. That is 54. Remaining 1. That 1 is 1 over 6. Now we are not going to write 1 over 6 because remember, this is in terms of money. It cannot be in fraction. So we are going to change this to decimal. Okay. So in changing this to decimal, this is what you quickly do. 6 in 1 is impossible. Put a 0. Add a 0 here. 6 here will give us 1. Remaining 4. If you subtract this, you have 6. Okay. This is 6. Sorry. And if you subtract this, you have 4. 6 and 4, impossible. Add a 0. Okay. 6 and 40 will give us, that is 6 and 40 will give us 6. That is 36. Subtract this, you have 36. Subtract, you have 4. Okay. And if you continue, you will continue having 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay. It will be a recurring decimal. Okay. So what you need to do is just to approximate. It will continue giving you 66. So you have something like this, 0.66666. So just approximate it. It will be 0.17. So change this now. It will be equal to 29 naira 17 kobo. Okay. So our simple interest here equals 29 naira 17 kobo. So that is all. Now we've looked at the likelihood questions that can ever come out in any exam under simple interest. We've looked at the basic one, and we've looked at some complex one also, talking about fraction, talking about using terminologies like annual, per annual, annum rather. Then we've looked at working, giving you questions in months also, and I've told you how to convert these things so that it can be easy for you to solve. So now let's look at some exercises. Yeah, so these are the exercises you are going to do. Number 1, what is the simple interest on 1,200 naira for 5 years at 6%? Number 2, a farmer was given a loan of 18,600 naira for poultry work at the rate of 2.5 years per annum. Calculate the simple interest. Number 3, find the simple interest on $3,600 for 6 months at 10% per annum. Number 4, John borrowed 200,000 naira from his friend at the rate of 4.5% per annum. Okay, so the question is calculate the simple interest. Okay, next question. How much interest will be charged on a bank loan of £27,500 for 8 months at the rate of 5%. Okay, how much? That was a question. So you're going to solve this, and please pay attention to the details in each of the questions. Solve it, take your time to solve it, and your corrections will be uploaded. Okay, remember to always press the subscribe button and press the like button also. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.